Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. So again, just before we get to anything, I just want to go ahead and say first things first, thank God for giving me this opportunity. Thank y'all for the support. And man, today I got a very special build in store for y'all. Gonna be called a skilled glass cleaner. You have the potential to get pro dribble moves. You're definitely gonna be able to get contact dunks, and also on top of all that, you're going to be able to speed boost with this build. So before we get any further, I just gotta go ahead and say, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family, RGF, I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and hit that like button, but also turn on post notifications. Let's go ahead and get at least 50 likes on this video. Be sure to share it with your family and friends. And now, man, let's go ahead and get into the making of this build. So the very first thing that y'all want to go ahead and do is, of course, put it under the power forward position. This is really going to allow you to play much better than any other big that you will see this year on current gen. Now, when it comes down to the pie chart, you gotta be very specific with which one we're about to pick. So a skilled glass cleaner is definitely going to be coming out of a very glitchy pie chart. The one that we're going to go ahead and pick is actually going to be the one right here, split right down the middle with the defense as well as the playmaking. Now, I'm going to be more than sure that you can make this build out of multiple pie charts, but this is definitely going to be the one that you want to run with. Now, when it comes down to the physical profile, this is completely up to y'all. But I'm telling you, the very first one is the one that you want to go ahead and pick. First, because of the speed, but also because of the acceleration as well. Now, when it comes down to the breakdown, just please be sure to follow along exactly as I show y'all. Everything will work out as long as you do that. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Close shot going to be an 84. The driving layup, a 72. When it comes down to the driving dunk, this is going to be a 75. And as you can see right here, we're going to be able to get 7 finishing badges. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, I'm going to go with the mid-range shot of 67. Three-pointer, we're actually going to go ahead and really, this is a key part of the build as well, even though it looks like different than what it should be. We're going to go with the 59, but don't worry, these stats are going to change up as soon as we adjust the heights, the weights, and the wingspan. Then with the free throw, put this to a 79. Post fade, 35, and we're going to be able to maintain 6 shooting badges. Now let's go ahead and take it into the playmaking now. When it comes down to the pass accuracy, I'm going to go with the 69. Ball handle, going to be up to a 65. And then when it comes down to that post control, put this to a 73 with a 69 pass accuracy, 65 ball handle, and a 73 post control. This is really going to be a nice setup when it's all said and done. And you're going to see why after this defensive end, but we will be getting 16 playmaking badges. For the interior defense, we're going to go with the 75. Perimeter, 68. Lateral quickness, 68. Block, going to be up to an 82. Offensive rebound, 82 as well. And then when it comes down to the defensive rebound, 85. And we're going to be able to maintain 21 defensive badges. Now, remember I said pro dribble moves as well as contact dunks, which means everything about this build is just about to get even better, especially more so when you take into consideration what this build is going to be looking like at 99 overall. Remember, if you buy boost, that is easily a +4. Run with the right teammates that have floor general as well as defensive leader and Hall of Fame, that is +8. Then from there, you also have to take into consideration, which is a +10. So one of these areas, you're going to be able to get +18 to your stats. Really overpowered if you ask me. You can always change anything up based on your own preference as we go along here, but I'm telling you, this is easily going to be the best skilled glass cleaner build that we're going to be seeing all year. Now, for the body shape, I would go with defined, built, or even burly. All of these are some really good options. It just comes down to your preference and what you like more. Now remember, this really comes down to the defensive end when it comes down to the body shape. That is why I say burly is going to be the one that takes up the most space. So if you're looking to get more help on that end, go ahead and pick it. But let's go ahead and get into the height on this build now. So finally, here is where things are drastically about to change. So as you can see, if you go down to 6'7", we get a huge boost not only to our physicals, but look at the main stats. When it comes down to the way I want to be able to play inside with this build, so I'm going to end up going with somewhere around 270. That's going to be perfect for me. And as you can see, our interior defense does go up. When you max out the wingspan, as you can see, at 99 overall, you're going to be able to get contact dunks. And also with that 80 ball handle, you will be getting some of the pro dribble moves. This setup, I'm telling you, really overpowered, especially for being a skilled glass cleaner type of build. All of these things taken into consideration is really going to help you out. So let's just go ahead and say you do pick the playmaking takeover. You're going to be able to speed boost in takeover. Then we also get the rim protecting, slashing, and also you cannot forget about the glass cleaning. Remember, all of these are based on whatever your playstyle is. I'm going to go with the playmaking just to speed boost and break ankles. And as y'all can see, we have made the skilled glass cleaner, and I love the comparisons of Draymond Green. Dennis Rodman is even one that I would really consider when it comes down to this build. Harrison Barnes is good, but I'm telling you, all of these comparisons, when you put it together, is really going to be able to be a mix of Draymond Green and even Dennis Rodman. So, before we get any further, remember adding up the stats and the boost that we're going to be getting on this build once we get to 99. So pretty much when it comes down to it, let's just go ahead and say we did stick with the playmaking takeover. When it comes down, you're going to be able to pretty much get your ball handle into the 90s. When it comes down to the post control, this is going to be in the high 80s. Then with the pass accuracy, this has the potential to be in the 90s as well. But if you did go with the rim protecting, essentially your interior defense will be in the high 80s, maybe somewhere around the 90s, but on that perimeter defense and lateral quickness, if you did go with the defensive takeover, that's a plus 18 to this area, so you will have a 99 perimeter and lateral quickness. Then when it comes down to the defensive rebound, this will be a 98. Offensive rebound will be in the high 80s, same thing for the block. Then let's just go ahead and say we did pick the slashing takeover. If you made this build a little bit different, remember, all of these stats get a huge boost and bump to them. So just something that I would really take into consideration when making this build. But we also get a plus 8 to our physicals, which really makes this build the key to being one of the new rare meta builds. But now, let's just go ahead and get into the breakdown of these badges. The first ones that I'm going to run with are going to be Posterizer on gold as well as Limitless Takeoff. But from here, the very last one that I would like to run is going to be Fearless Finisher. Now you can change the setup if you wanted to go ahead and add in Unstrippable. It really comes down to you, but I'm telling you, this is one of the setups that I would be running when I make this build. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the shooting. So yes, we do get 6 badges right here. If you want to, you can definitely spread the wealth if you wanted to go about it that way. However, there is also another thing that you can do, and for me, I would go with Hot Zone Hunter on gold, Silver Blinders, or even bronze if you want to go that way, or even Corner Specialist, but I like to run Deadeye on bronze. I'm going to run Bronze Corner Specialist, and then for the very last badge, you can go with Green Machine, Volume Shooter. You can even upgrade your Sniper and take off both of these badges. It really comes down to how you see it, but this right here is actually a very nice lineup as well. Now let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. Right here we got 16 badges that we're going to be able to work with. This is honestly all based how you see it, but I'm telling you, you are definitely going to want to go ahead and put on Handles for Days on Hall of Fame. You cannot forget about Hyperdrive. Then with these last 8, remember, this just comes down to how you see yourself using this build. So I'm going to go with Quick Chain. For the very last one, I cannot pass up on Quick First Step. This is really the setup that I would be running, and you can always change it based to your own preference. And now let's just go ahead and move on to the defensive end where we get the most badges, 21. So to start out, I would have to say one of the most important badges, if not the most important, is going to be Intimidator on Hall of Fame. Now we got 17 more to work with, so from here I would really go ahead and considering spreading the wealth if you wanted to go about it that way, but most definitely you gotta go ahead and run Rebound Chaser on this build. Really easy badge to use and work with, but then from there we're gonna go ahead and pair it up with Rim Protector. Now with the last 9, this comes down to what you want to do. I'm going to go with Chase Done Artist on Hall of Fame, Bronze Interceptor, and then for the very last badge, I would consider Hustler, Defensive Leader, or even Clamps. All of these are some really good options. Again, it just comes down to what you want to do But whichever one that you decide to go with, as long as it's based off of your playstyle, I promise you everything is going to work out for the best in your favor. Now, you can always change up any tiers, but this is a setup that I would be running: 21 defensive, 16 playmaking, 6 shooting, and then we get 7 finishing badges. Before I get y'all out of here, I just want to go ahead and say I hope y'all are having a great weekend. I hope y'all are having a blessed Sunday at that. And also, man, I just need y'all to know that I love y'all. I appreciate y'all support. Thank God for giving me this opportunity as well as us together. So, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family RGF, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications and also hit that like button, y'all. I would appreciate it if we can get at least 50 likes on this video. Be sure to share it with your family and friends. And last but not least, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.